All right, here we are. Here for another night of racing. It is still throwback week for Down South Racing League. Here with the late model stocks. Hopefully we can get some good racing here and hopefully get these guys do what they do best, swinging these cars around this track. You guys do an amazing job of doing that every time.
Hey, Waylon. Waylon.
Oh, what's up? What's up, buddy?
How long before you send the message for the live stream?
Sorry about that. We are back though. I'm gonna watch these guys. See Jack Wood and see a lot of these little throwback cars. Looking real good. We're gonna see about pulling a couple of these drivers in. See what they think. We're gonna pull Jared Fowler in to see what he's got to say about the track of the car. Hey Jared, you got a copy?
Buddy, you got me?
Oh, I got you now. Well, we see you're 5th on the board right now. How's the car and the track feeling?
Car feels pretty good. It's just when you first start off, I think the car is gonna be pretty loose with the track temp how it is, with not as much rubber as I thought it was gonna be on here tonight. But I think the car's gonna get better as the race goes on.
Yeah, as the track gets a little bit of grip in it, it should get better. Well, what do you think about the racing? Do you think the racing's gonna be pretty tight, or do you think everything's gonna get spread out kind of like it was on Monday?
I think the racing's gonna be pretty tight because here at this track, a lot of people can really underestimate how the top works here. You can be pretty fast running the top here.
Yeah, and a good example was the Zach Smith and Patrick McPeak cars. They both ran really good side by side. Patrick was actually able to make that top side work. So do you think that's a lane that you're going to be able to make, hopefully work?
I think you'll be able to make it work in some circumstances, but you may not be able to run it all race. Like on restarts, I think you'll be pretty good on the outside.
Alrighty, well. Yeah, thank you for talking with me, and hopefully you can get out there and get the pole. We can talk again.
You got it, but I appreciate it.
No problem. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pull Zach Smith last week's or Monday's winner. Hey, Zach, as well, you got a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you.
Hey, man. Well, we see you just joined in, everything like that. You're second on the board. I mean, how are you feeling after coming off the win Monday night?
Feeling pretty good. I mean, this completely different car. Drives a whole lot different, but obviously the track's still the same, so you still got to get around it. But it's going to be a challenge tonight. Car's a little free, center off, so I think tire management's going to be a huge thing tonight.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be a thing. But I was talking with Jared. He said that he thinks that a lot of people are gonna try to be able to use that high side. Do you think that's a lane that's gonna be used, or do you think it's just gonna be mainly low line racing tonight?
I think after, well, it just depends. It's going to be easier to save tires up there, but I'm thinking after probably 25 to 30 lap run, you'll see people start running the higher groove, because once these tires go away, that high groove tightens it up a little bit, and it's not as free.
Alrighty, well, that was some words of wisdom there to try to save tires and everything like that. Good luck though. I mean, hopefully you can go 2 for 2 this week and try to make it happen.
Yeah, man, I hope so. I appreciate it, man.
Oh, no problem. Have a good one, man. Alright. See a lot of these guys. Go ahead and pull Patrick McPeak. Hey, Patrick McFarland, you got a copy?
Yeah, man, got a copy.
Hey, man, we see you're getting up there on the board. You're 7th on the board right now. Probably not where you want to be, especially after Monday night. But, I mean, how do you think the track is going to progress throughout this race?
That's kind of early to really say right now, but if I had to guess, I think the track is going to start getting pretty slick but if more people start getting on the track and start running the same line, might start getting grip, maybe not. But tonight these cars are loose, and the track temperature is just let me see here. What's the track temperature? 65 degrees. So the track should actually have some grip, but these cars today is just kind of being a little bit of a handful tonight. But other than that, our 69 Grizzly Steel Structures GT500 is actually I'm fine with sitting at a top 7, but I'm more worried about winning the race and worried about getting a fast lap.
I feel that, yes. You're definitely going to have to try to save your tires here. Yeah, like Zach, I was talking to Zach Smith, who is Monday night's winner. But he was talking about saving tires and trying to use that high line to possibly do that. Is that something that you're going to take into consideration?
Might. It just depends on what's going to happen. I think they figured out how I ran Monday night. They're probably going to try and be a little bit more cautious with me going on the high line.
Yeah, you definitely had it rolling on the outside. I thought you had this thing won, especially rolling the high side like you did, but just not enough right there at the end. But good luck to you, and good luck on this qualifying lap. Hopefully you can try to put it up there on the pole.
Yep, we're about to roll up there now and find out.
Alrighty, well, good luck, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Alrighty, we're looking on with Patrick McPeak, who is, as you can see, that Ronnie Thomas throwback, but a lot of these guys, Jared Ballard put it 3rd fastest, Dustin Hardy putting it 4th fastest, but look at this, Chris Roberts throwing it down on the pole with a 14.28, but Jonathan Lowe running right there with him. Jack Wood not really getting the lap he wants, I would say. Patrick McPeak is coming around to put his first lap down. Let's see what happens here. First lap down. Going to be 5th place with a 14:35. You see how close these times are. It goes from a 28 to a 30, all the way to 4th to a 35. Can he pick it up on the 2nd lap? To a 3.3, so he's going to pick it up just a little bit, but Zach Smith running it right there with him. So Jacob Merrill see Jacob Merrill actually coming out on track just now. We'll just have to see what happens here. Jacob Merrill trying to get this pole. 1970. Can he pick it up on the second lap? Looks fast. He's not quite able to get that lap time like he wants it. I believe they may have gotten 3 laps. So they're going to try to pick up another lap. Pick it up. Tap saw just a little bit. Just not able to get what he wants out of that car. But see, they got 1:30 remaining. Track is now gone quiet. We're going to go ahead and pull in Chris Roberts, though, your pole winner. If he's available. I don't see him, though, so we may not be able to pull him tonight. He may not be available tonight. Nevertheless, though, puts it on the pole. To see how much time we got left. 15 seconds until Chris Roberts takes the pole. Remember, if any of y'all are watching on YouTube, remember to subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure to give me a follow to keep up with this. I'm doing these streams every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I missed it this Tuesday. I was away from home, but I'm back here tonight, so sorry about that to people that do race on Tuesday. I apologize for that, but see our pole winner right there, Chris Roberts, lays down an amazing lap. Guys, all lined up right there. Chris Roberts, Jonathan Lowe in the second spot. You got Dalton Creech. This is going to be your lineup for tonight. Dalton Creech in the third spot. Jared Fowler in the fourth spot. But don't count out Patrick McPeak in the fifth spot and Zach Smith on his outside. These two battled it out, duked it out on Monday. So be on the lookout for them to make their way up front. You see Dustin Hardy in the seventh spot, Cole Peavy in the ninth spot. Chase Bradley is in the eighth spot. Trevor Baden on the outside in the 10th spot. Jacob Merrill and Jack Wood going to round out your field. These two cars right here, these two are going to be the ones to look out for. See them pulling off right there. They're getting ready. You can just feel the energy carrying over from Monday night. These guys definitely wanting a win. You see these cars definitely rolling by. We're going to keep it rolling. You see them heating up those tires. They are really wanting to get this thing rolling. Here they come down the back stretch. Here they come, getting ready to take off. Green flag is out. Chris Roberts going to lead the field to the green. Jonathan Lowe, but look at Dalton Creech on the inside, trying to make it work. Patrick McPeak in line, trying to make something happen too. He wants to get his way up to the front. You see these guys battling hard. Dalton Creech right on his bumper. Just Chris oh, caution already out. We'll have to see what happened a little bit further back. Like there might have been something to do with Dustin Hardy, who just got it rolling. We're going to go back and take a look, see what brought out our first yellow of the race. Down into the corner, and oh, you see him just barely break loose. Gonna actually back that up just a little bit. Does he get any help from behind? No, it seems like he just maybe overdrove it just a little bit. But it's easy to do at a track like this. But like I said, look at Patrick McPeak. He is already making his way up towards the front of this pack. Guys are lining it back up. Dalton Creech on that outside. Chris Roberts on the inside. Here they come to the green flag. Chris Roberts takes the green. On board with him down into turn 1 and 2. Dalton Creech making a move. Tries to get to the end in front of Patrick McPeak. He's not able to make it happen. Down into 3 and 4. You see Patrick trying to make it happen. These guys are driving their hearts out right now. Down into 3 and 4 again. You see Jonathan Lowe putting the pressure on Patrick McPeak as they've all gotten single file so far. Jared Fowler in the 5th spot. The biggest mover right now, Cole Peavy. But look at Jack Wood back there. You see some familiar colors on that number 91 tonight. That is a Richard Petty throwback, I believe. Trevor Baden says that this is a throwback to his dad. You see a Dale Jr. throwback. Cole Peavy in a newer looking car. This is not normally his car, but it is definitely good looking. But you can see an old Ernie Irvin throwback in that 36 car. Loose. You can see and number 69, a good Ronnie Thomas throwback. Back to when he ran that car. Oh, Jonathan Lowe, super loose. Almost gets into Cole Peavy. Jared Farrell has to back out. They all have to back out to avoid him. But definitely some good racing on board the Dalton Creech. Is trying to make it work, trying to get that thing turned. Wants to get around Chris. So he's trying to maybe make a run happen here. Look at Patrick McPeak though, he's right there with him. Chris Roberts definitely holding a good steady line so far. Let's go a little bit further back there. You see these guys battling side by side. Jacob Merrill on the outside and Trevor Baden. Almost hit right there, but just didn't. These guys definitely trying to make it happen. See Jacob Merrill still on the outside. Trevor Baden still on the inside. But look at Chase Spradlin. He's trying to make it work. He makes a move to the inside. He is now chasing down Trevor Baden. See, a lot of these guys gotten pretty spaced out, but Jack Wood dropped back. This may be a good tire-saving technique, though. Let these guys race it out. Right, this is something a lot of people do at Rockingham. Let everybody run it out, and then about 20 laps, you'll be able to catch these guys once again. Especially if they're running as hard as they are running. But look at this battle for the lead. Dalton Creech finally gets to the inside of Chris Roberts. Oh, a little bit of contact. They almost spun it, but they keep it going straight. This is going to be good for Patrick McPeak, especially if he wants to make a move for the lead. How hard do they drive it? You see Chris Roberts, he is definitely making the high side work. Like Zach Smith said, or like Jared Fowler said before, you can make the high side work. You just got to be able to roll it just right. And it is definitely coming into play as he's actually pulling ahead. Look at him. Look at Chris Roberts on that outside, letting it eat. He is definitely trying to pull ahead down through 3 and 4, coming off of 4. Who's going to lead? Chris Roberts, still your leader right there. Dalton Creech still on the inside, but look at Patrick McPeak. He's showing the nose. He's wanting to make it happen. Also, Cole Peavy and Jared Fowler. They are all in the mix. Throw the top 5 under a blanket. Oh, Chris Roberts goes around. Chris Roberts around. Him and Dalton Creech, they both go around. Not what you wanted to see. It was going good for so long. We're going to go back and take a look and see what happened. He's down into 3 and 4. And then just coming off of 4. I'm going to slow it down for you. Oh, just a little bit of contact. Didn't go up to the wall, and I don't think Dalton Creech anticipated that he wasn't going to go to the wall. And Chris Roberts going to take him, or try to hold him down, and just a little bit of contact, and they both go around. But amazing job by the rest of the drivers to not get caught up in this. But look at the front of the field. Guess who's back out front, especially after Monday night? It's Patrick McPeak in the 69. For anybody that is watching, drop your race win predictions in the comments right there. Tell me who you think is going to win this race. We'll have to see. Make your bets, see what happens. Cars rolling by. Neither of those cars did hit though. They both stayed out, so. See these cars. Looking at it from the infield. They bunch them back up. Up once again. Patrick McPeak. Aaron Nelson, I got my ticket on that Hardy guy. Dustin Hardy, you've got a fan out there. But Patrick McPeak with an amazing start. Jared Fowler in tow right there. 69-96 going to battle. But don't count out that 64 on the outside. He's making it happen. He's rolling that outside. Oh, a little bit of contact. The 64. Oh, all types of side. Did you see that car bouncing around? He just could not keep that thing under him. He tries to get back down to the bottom in front of Jonathan Lowe. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, or maybe just a little bit of hard racing, but Cole Peavy to the inside of Jared Fowler. Oh, a little bit of contact. Jared Fowler almost in the wall. Cole almost sent him in. Look at Chase Spradlin, a car that was a little bit further back. He's making his way towards the front. But our biggest mover of the night, Cole Peavy, up 7 spots since the start of this race. These guys definitely driving their hearts out. See all these guys doing all they can, turning these cars, getting these cars to rotate, but see Chris Roberts, he's making his way back through the field. Maybe Dalton Creech just hanging out back there trying to save his tires, but Jared Fowler is just hung out to dry right now. Cannot get to the bottom of the track. Nobody cutting him a break, letting him in. But Patrick McPeak, he has opened up himself a comfortable lead here. Maybe using the lessons from the ARCA race just to say, all right, maybe I shouldn't do this or I should do this. So time to see if he can recover and maybe win this thing. He's definitely got the fastest car on the track. He is steadily pulling away. He's opened it up now to almost a whole 1 second lead, 3/4 of a second right there. See it at the top on the ticker. You see Cool Kid Logan, he's got his ticket on PB. He's saying PB can come back and win this thing. To me, I said don't count anybody out. It's anybody's race still early on in this race. See Jonathan Lowe, he's also in that 3rd spot, but Zach Smith, he's slowly but surely making his way through this field. You see a little bit of left rear contact, so I'm not too sure what happened to him. Somebody may have gotten into him, trying to look for somebody with some right foot damage to match his left rear damage, but Patrick and Pete steadily driving away from this field, but Cole has closed up that gap just a little bit. Maybe Patrick backing out just a little bit, trying to save these tires. He's got a little bit of a comfortable lead, but see these guys back here definitely going at it. Chris Roberts, Jared Fowler, Trevor Vaden, Dalton Creech, all battling side by side. See the battle up front. You can see it up in front of them, but there they go. All 4 of them side by side. You can throw them up under a blanket, connect them with a chain, tie them up all together. It doesn't matter. Oh, battling hard, but see up there up front, Zach Smith, Jonathan Lowe battling side by side for that 3rd spot. Chase Spradling going to take advantage of that, trying to jump up there. Oh, a little bit of loose is Jonathan Lowe, got into the wall there just a little bit. Able to recover pretty nicely and get back to the bottom of the track, cut the door off on Trevor Vaden, but Zach Smith, Leslie McPeak saying, you can do it, Patrick, come on. And I believe he can. He has got the car to beat tonight. You see Patrick, he is rolling a little bit of that higher line, maybe just trying to make something happen, keep the momentum rolling all over the track. He has kept a pretty steady lead. You're coming up on lap 45 of 120 complete. They ran 125 on Monday. But we're only about 12 minutes into the race, and they've already clicked off that many laps that quickly. So that just shows you how fast they're moving around. You can see on the onboard cam just how bumpy this track is and how much the cars are bouncing around. Even on the outside into 1 and 2, you can see that nose just bouncing up and down. You can see these guys, though, they have all kind of separated each other. They are kind of getting spread out. Chase Spradling making his move for that 3rd spot, but these two have opened up. Cole Peavy, Patrick McPeak have definitely opened up a comfortable lead on the rest of this field. They definitely got the cars to beat. Patrick McPeak still on that inside. The racing has calmed down just a little bit. Everybody's kind of straightened out. Oh, Dalton Creech, you see right there, gave a little bit of a shot to Trevor Vaden. I believe we're actually going to have somebody join the booth. Cameron Carden has actually come up in the booth tonight. He's going to be helping me out. Cameron, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, ready to see some late model action. I know I joined a little late, but you know, it looks like the competition has begun.
Oh yeah, it definitely has. They are all over each other. But Patrick McPeak, he has opened up the lead, especially with Cole Peavy right in tow. But they've opened up about 1.5 seconds on the rest of the field.
Yeah, we saw Patrick, you know, be a crazy contender for the win Monday night, and he shows again how he just loves this track and how Hickory is so special to him, that he knows the track very, very well.
Oh yeah, he definitely knows it. I mean, he showed the speed Monday, like you said, and he's definitely showing it tonight. Seems like he's got the car to beat. Cole I've seen Cole run about 2 or 3 different lines trying to catch him, and he's just not been able to catch this car.
Yeah, Cole, he's pretty fast, very well known in the league and for other, I guess other leagues around DSRL. But him and Patrick will definitely put up a good fight, just like we saw Zach and Patrick did. Or sorry, Patrick and Cole have a good fight, and then like we saw, obviously Patrick and Zach did this past Monday.
Yeah, Zach Smith, you see him and Chase Spradlin getting into it once again. Definitely battling hard. Chase stuck on that outside once again, but we're coming up on almost 60 laps complete. I mean, these laps are ticking off pretty fast, but it seems like some of these guys may be wearing their stuff out a little too fast, so I wouldn't do that just yet.
Yeah, we see Jared, and Jared's pretty fast, and we see a lot of Dalton, who ran the points for a lot of these races, and I think he still does. He's back in the back for this race, so you're wondering, is he saving tires, or does he just not have the strongest car tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we seen it Monday night. He struggled just a little bit Monday night in the ARCA car, so maybe just doesn't have the speed tonight. And I mean, he may be just saving his tires, so we'll just have to see. You see Aaron Nelson in the YouTube chat saying Patrick may have this one in the bag, and he just might. He just needs to save his tires, play it smart, and he can try to come away with a win here.
Yeah, the one thing at Hickory is that the old service, it does wear the tires out a lot. So you want to make sure that you save your tires pretty on early in this race, especially if it's 120 laps. This place, will chew tires just how like old Atlanta was before they got repaved. They chewed tires, so you got to watch out for this specific track and make sure that you don't overstep later on in this race.
You've seen it right there. Jonathan Lowe sideways. We've seen that problem getting into the corners. A lot of these guys just getting super sideways, getting into the... Oh, there's a caution coming out. Trevor Baden, though, we've seen it right there. Hit the wall a ton. He pounded the wall. Hopefully he can use that fast repair and try to get that car fixed.
Yeah, Trevor, he's shown up for a few of these races, but obviously he is looking like to have trouble tonight. And then he's going to be going a lap down.
We're going to look at the replay right here. Seems like him and Jared Fowler, just a little bit of contact, and he just overcorrects it. Oh, Chris Roberts, your pole sitter, involved in that. Hopefully not too much damage to Chris Roberts there, but you can see it bent the whole rear end on his car, but Trevor Vaden's still on pit road, maybe trying to make something happen, but look at that.
A lot of these guys come down pit road, yeah.
Cole Peavy surprisingly coming up pit road, but look at Patrick McPeak. He actually stayed out. I guess he thinks maybe that he has the car to beat.
Yeah. That surprised me because obviously, I don't know how many sets we get here. As I look, I believe you get 2 sets. So you get 1 on the car, or I think you get 2 in the pits, and then you have 3 basically on the car for the start of the race. So whether or not you have to space out your tires early, and I think that's what Patrick is doing. He's saving those 2 sets for later on in case he needs them, which is smart, but it could cost him right here the lead if he doesn't watch out.
Yeah, he may be trying to, maybe hoping that the caution comes out a little bit later and he can get newer tires than these guys.
As we get the field lined up here on the start, the pace truck will come down pit road momentarily, and we'll get to see some great late model action here in DSRL.
Oh yeah, Patrick McPeak, he's going to come take the green flag. Good start by Patrick McPeak. He gets good on the jump right there. Jonathan Lowe going to stick it down there with him. Also Chase Spradlin.
There you see Dalton Crete right there. He's coming back up to the front after somewhat being about 9th to 8th. Worried about where he's going to be at now. He's back up front. Let's see what he can do.
Oh yeah, as you see Patrick McPeak lead the field, but you see a little bit further back, like you said, Dalton Creech, Cole Peavy, these guys are moving back up through the field. Also Chris Roberts, who was just involved in that wreck, he's moving back up through the field.
For sure, these guys, again, side by side for multiple laps. It could hurt the guy on the inside or it could hurt the guy on the outside. Someone just hits the wall right there.
I believe that was the 36 of Dalton Creech that may have tapped the wall there. Did you see him go almost 3 wide, Chase Spraddling? Oh, all sideways on the inside of Dalton Creech. But able to hold on to it and not make any contact. And these guys are driving the wheels off of these cars.
Yeah, every chance you gotta make sure, you know, if you make one mistake at this track particular, it could go away all in an instant. So you gotta make sure you hit your marks perfect almost every time.
Yeah. But look at the car to look out for. You see Dustin Hardy in that second spot, who was also running back there with Dalton Creech. He's moved up to the second spot. He's trying to make it happen, but does he have enough for Patrick McPeak? Oh,
he's gonna move out the way.
A little bit of contact. Did they play nice? Dustin Hardy, see him back out, but Patrick McPeak using a little bit of a defensive line there.
Now they're side by side out of 4. Looks like Dustin Hardy will lead this lap.
He is going to. Patrick McPeak still trying to make it work on that outside. Maybe should have pitted for those tires. I think that may have been a bad call. We'll just have to see.
Might be a bad call for right now, but later on in that race, it will save him. So we'll have to see what happens later on in this race. But right now, you got a 3-way tie for the top spot.
Dalton Creech, Dustin Hardy, but look in that 4th spot. Look at who's coming. Cole Peavy, who was chasing down Patrick McPeak earlier, trying to make something happen. He wants to lead.
Now you got 4 drivers.
4 cars going for the lead all at the same time.
Here comes Zach Smith now. And Jared Fowler. These guys, again, under a blanket here at Hickory Motor Speedway. Only coming to lap 80. But we're seeing Trevor Baden. He's making his way up too. Trying to get, I believe he's, no, he's not even, he is a lap down, 2 laps down. So he's trying to get his lap back without causing contact. But we could see him be aggressive right here to get his 2 laps back.
Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna try his hardest, but Jared Fowler, one of the guys that I talked to during practice, said he felt like he was pretty fast, felt like the car was pretty good, so we'll have to see what he can do.
Now here comes Dalton and Dustin, 2 Dark Horse Motorsports drivers side by side into the corner. Here comes Cole Peavy. What can he say about it now? These guys under a blanket, side by side in the 3.
These guys definitely battling hard off of 4 down the front stretch. 83 laps complete that time by Cole Peavy. Like you said, he's trying to make it happen. Patrick McPeak still falling back, just doesn't have the car anymore. Maybe the tires are just too worn out.
Thinking that we may not have another caution here, and so he thought we was going to have another caution, but now it's starting to hurt him. Oh, Dustin Hardy gets loose on the outside. He'll fall back to P3. Here comes Zach Smith and Jared Fowler now. Patrick might be able to get back up in this thing if he just be patient enough with the car and make his way up and follow.
Cole Peavy just bumped the leader. Oh, you see Patrick McPeak, he just T-boned. Cole Peavy turned our leader, Dalton Creech. I'm not too sure what just happened there. Oh my Lord.
Oh, and Patrick McPeak just hits Dustin Hardy as hard as he can. That's definitely going to have to take a fast repair right there.
We're going to go back and take a look at it right here. You see, down in 1 and 2, Patrick used a little bit different line. Oh, Cole just got in the gas and just wasn't anticipating it. Oh, man, but this is going to allow Patrick McPeak to actually get those tires like he wanted to. But
and that fast repair, that might help him right there, just in case he had damage beforehand.
Tough break for these guys, but this raises the question. How much of that is going to play into factor at the end of this race with Cole Peavy pulling a move like that on Dalton Creech, especially at a track like this?
That was 5 cars involved in that wreck. You had Cole Peavy, Dustin Hardy, Patrick McPeak, Dalton Creech. Zach Smith got up into the wall a little bit. So did Jared, I believe, just trying to avoid him. Yeah. Trevor just sneaks by a little bit, and what a way to have a caution there.
Yeah,
Dustin in the pit lane.
Yeah, not what you wanted to happen.
Now we see Zach Smith up front.
I think Patrick Peak went a lap down, maybe trying to get that lap back. Not too sure what happened. A lot of these guys that were involved in that wreck just did go a lap down, so let's have to see
Yeah,
what
they went a
happened.
lap down. And we're not that far from lap 120 either, so these guys, they will get a lot more aggressive, and they will try to make moves that are not ideal. So let's see what happens on this restart with Zach Smith and Jared Fowler.
Yeah, but tough break for those guys that are involved in the wreck. We see Zach Smith get a good jump. These guys, all of them are a lap down so far, but Trevor Baden's still 2 laps down. So hopefully they can get the wave around the next caution. But Zach Smith with a good jump. Jared Fowler, oh, Jack Wood, he made an aggressive move there on Dalton Creech. Jack Wood, who was stuck around the back most of this time and tried to save his car, he is now in the 3rd spot and in contention to win this thing.
Yeah, everyone's trapped a lap down. So it's only, I think Cole Peavy's the only guy that's like the last car lap down. He's in P6, so there's a lot of different, I would say, drivers up front right now. You know, Zach Smith, Jared Fowler, and Jack Wood. We normally are seeing, obviously, Dustin and Dalton and even Patrick running up front, and Zach. Now we only got a few of them running up front, and you can definitely tell the driver gap between these guys. But still, Jack Wood making an aggressive move paid off for him right there.
Yeah, Jack Wood, he's definitely trying to make something happen here, but Dalton Creech, a lot of these guys also trying to get up there with him, but I mean, if Jack plays his cards right here and something happens between your 2 leaders, Jack may have the win in the bag. Caution out on the track. About to see who was
Patrick
involved.
McPeak is caught in it.
Oh, not another wreck. Patrick McPeak, he is not having the night he wants to have, especially coming down after Monday and leading most of that race. Gonna have to go back and see what happened right here.
It looked like it was Trevor Vane checking up a little bit, and then
A little bit of
Patrick just, and then gets into the 75 and then just spins around. I don't think that was on purpose.
Yeah, just a little bit of contact. Looks like not too much damage, but this may work out for these guys to get their laps back, so we'll just have to see if they get a wave around here. You see Chris Roberts. He went around, but do the rest of these guys, are they able to get their laps back? We'll just have to see. But if not, all Patrick McPeak has to do is stay ahead of Chase Spradlin, and he can possibly get his lap back. About to see if another caution, and the thing about it, cautions breed cautions.
Yeah, this track, it can be a lot to handle with how cars the pack, or how the cars pack together like that, and be able to rub off each other could cause a little bit of a conflict and contact, and then all of a sudden someone goes around and then there's a fight. So
and you know, Patrick McPeak, especially coming off of that Monday loss, second, you know, he's gonna try desperately to get this win here
and be a little bit more aggressive.
He's definitely gonna have the aggression here. Definitely something to look out for, but they're gonna bunch him back up right here. Zach Smith still your leader, but Jared Fowler on that outside, can he get a good jump right here? Green flag is out. Zach Smith able to get a good jump. Jared Fowler tries to dive it low again. Not quite able to get there.
Dalton able to get into the P3 spot. Jack Wood now battling with Cole Peavy for that 4th spot.
Don't count out Jacob Merrill, though, who's in that 6th spot. He may have been running at the back, but he may be one of those that can make it happen, too.
Austin Klingelhofer says Patrick is slow.
Oh, Lord. Patrick, they're calling you out, buddy. It's time to get up on the wheel and make this thing happen, buddy. Put the gloves on. And
the one thing I love about Hickory, is that you can make the outside work very, very well. And that's what we see Cole Peavy doing right now. Trying to make it work with Don Creed, as he did with Jack Wood. You can run the outside if you had a good throttle control. Zach Smith is actually running the outside lane very well to prevent the guys on the bottom from pushing a little too hard. they got to push a little hard if they're on the bottom. So making them work on the inside while you're on the outside, making that throttle control is a very smart move. Caution!
Caution out once again, but who's going to get it though? Is it going to be Chase? Oh, Patrick McPeak around again. What happened? Patrick McPeak
This time it
not
looked like
having
a ridiculous ball.
About to see.
Oh,
Patrick McPeak on the inside. Oh, Cole Peavy loose. We just have to see. Yep, a little bit of contact from that 14. Trevor Baden also involved in that. We'll just have to see.
that sucks for Patrick. He just keeps getting, after being up front, he keeps getting into contact with another car, and just stuff happens.
Who's it going to give the lap back
down.
to, though? This is the question we're asking. Oh, it's going to give it to Chase Spradlin. He's going to get his lap back. But if so, that leaves Patrick McPeak as the last car on the only one lap down. That leaves Trevor Baden still trapped 2 laps down. So we will just have to see what happens here.
Yeah, and we still have a little bit to go in this race, a little less than 20 laps, obviously. But there's still a chance of how aggressive everyone's being. They'll have a caution where Patrick can get onto the lead lap and fight for, again, trying to go back up front and fight for a win.
Just waiting on these guys. They bunch them back up, I believe. Nope, lights are still on that pace truck, so we'll just have to see.
Probably delayed the green a little bit. Zach Smith first, Jared Fowler second, Don Creech third, Cole Peavy is rounding your 4th spot, and then Jack Wood round out the top 5.
Jack Wood actually the biggest mover of the race, up 7 spots since the start of this race. So
Heck yeah.
we will just have to see. Zach Smith, he's going to lead him to the green once again. See if he can make it happen. On that inside, good jump. Dalton Creech going to go right there with him. Jared Fowler's also trying to make something happen.
Yeah, Jared's working that outside lane.
They all kind of get single file once again, but can Jared Fowler make it work on the outside? Just see him roll it.
Ooh.
Oh, him and Cole Peavy. A little bit of contact, a little bit of Oh, Trevor Baden almost turned.
Oh, Patrick keeps getting into some of these wrecks, or sorry, contact from another driver, and then all of a sudden they're up the racetrack, and here he comes and makes a move and gets caught up into a little bit. So
you see him, he bumped Chase Spradlin right there, letting him know, hey, I'm still in contention to possibly win this thing, so don't count me out. Trevor Baden, he may be 2 laps down. He is driving like there is no tomorrow, though. He's driving like he's battling. Oh, Trevor Baden goes around off of the nose of Chase Spradlin. Yellow flag out once again. We're going to go back and take a look.
you know what that means.
Oh, Jack Wood actually caused that one. Jack Wood actually bumped the 18 and just barely turned him. But Cameron, this is good luck for Patrick McPeak, who's going to get his lap back. Finally.
Yeah, now he's able to go up front and fight for a win at his hometown track. So, but he has to get through Don Creech, Cole Peavy, Zach Smith, Jared Fowler. He's got to go through those guys in order to fight for the win. And I tell you what, it's a tough top 4 right now for these guys. Trevor Baden. I said Trevor who? Trevor Baden. I'll tell you what though, so a lot of these throwback cars are really like looking good. I like Jacobs. I like Trevor has the Coca-Cola paint scheme. Dustin Hardy has that number 8. Jack Wood bringing it back to the STP days. Patrick McPeak has his, and then we got Don Creech with the Skittles car. So a lot of great paint schemes out here today, and honestly they look fantastic. You got Zach Smith with the Windows World, which is a great looking car.
Zach Smith the one to go is out right there.
Yeah, as they
Patrick
come
has
into
the
the
raw
line.
talent, just got to get the car right. James, you see James right there saying that. He does have the raw talent. He definitely has the willpower. Zach Smith with another good jump right there. Dalton Creech on the outside. Oh, you see all these cars bouncing around just a little bit.
Ooh, contact between Cole Peavy, Zach Smith, and Don Creed right there. Now they're about to be 3 wide coming off the corner. Almost right there between Jared Fowler. Oh, there's
a
more
little bit of
contact.
contact. Dustin Hardy, Jack Wood around.
Oh,
This works
man,
out
Dustin.
good. This works out good for Patrick O'Peak. That's some more spots that he can gain right there.
I feel bad for Dustin. He's coming back out from being 11 laps down and is trying to get his way up there, and it just keeps on getting caught up into the wrecks.
See
Not
what
a good
happened here.
night.
Down into 1 and 2. Seems like he may have just come down the track and jumped on the brakes a little bit because the car got loose and then just kind of got into, I mean, obviously just a racing deal, but Dustin Hardy showing a little bit of displeasure there towards Jack Wood.
You know what this makes it, Waylon? It's going to make it a green-white checker finish.
Oh yeah, we only have 3 laps to go. Patrick O'Peak, the heartbreak. You don't want to see it again, but how aggressive does this make the rest of the drivers knowing that this is a green-white checker?
Yeah, Patrick, he's running P8
Yep.
right now, so it's not really a good spot for where he wants to be, but he could definitely make something out of it right here if he just be smart and make the right passes here at the end. I believe the pace truck lights are off.
No, they're still on. They're rolling by. They're,
Oh, they're
still,
still
on.
on?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Carson, Dustin is 11 laps down. I think he was, I think what happened early on in the race is he took tires and also had to fix some damage, and he already used his fast repair, so it looked like he had to just sit there for the damage to be fixed. But yeah, we're gonna have a green white
Race
checker
lights
finish.
off. Down
Yep.
the backstretch, you see these guys heating these tires up. It is time to take the gloves off and just bare knuckle this car around this track and do what you can.
Here we go. It's going to be a fight to the finish.
A fight to the finish, it definitely will be. Cole Peavy, Chase Spradlin both got a good jump right there with Zach Smith, but don't count out the rest of these guys.
Yeah, there goes Jared Fowler up the racetrack. 3 wide out of 4.
Oh, are they going to make it stick? They do. Jacob Merrill going to move up to that 5th
Oh,
spot.
Patrick!
Oh, Chase Spradlin just moved Dalton Creech. He pushed him up the track. White flag is out. But here comes Zach Smith. He's going to do it. He's going to sweep the week here at Throwback Week at Hickory in Down South Racing League. But Cole Peavy going to get that 2nd spot. Dalton Creech going to get the 3rd spot after getting DQ'd Monday night.
Actually, no, Chase Spradlin is going to get that P3 spot. And Don
I
Creed's going to get
believe he is.
P4.
My ticker isn't right over here while I'm reading. It's showing that Dalton Creech is in the 3rd spot, but yeah, I see now Chase Spradlin did get it right there at the line. Oh, Jared Fowler just totaled his car out. But how
Congratulations
about
to Zach
that?
Smith. Yeah, what a final great restart. And honestly, these guys are getting a battle to the finish. And you know, Zach Smith, he started mid-pack. Whenever I joined, he was running mid-pack for a lot of the race, and all of a sudden came down, got tires, and was a full sprint to the finish. Knew what he had to do. Cole Peavy able to be aggressive and get those spots at the end.
Yeah, definitely able to make it happen there. But you see Carson Klingelhofer saying if he was here, he would have won it. I'm not too sure, man. It's some pretty tough racing, but we're going to get ready to talk to these guys. We're waiting on Chase Spradlin, our 3rd place finisher. We're going to talk 3, 2, 1. We're going to go ahead and pull old Chase Spradlin in here. Who is your 3rd place finisher? Hey, Chase, it's Waylon. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Waylon.
Hey, man. Well, congratulations on the 3rd place finish, man. It was a little confusing there at the end. My ticker had Dalton, but I went back and looked. You had it on him. I mean, that was a race to the line, man. And how did everything feel for the night?
No, this was a wild one tonight, man. I had a lot going on personally. I mean, I had 3 screens that went out. All I was racing on was my right monitor. And so I was looking to the right the whole time. My headset was going in and out. I mean, so I was struggling to not be honest with you. And I probably pissed off some people. So I'm sorry whoever I made mad during the race. But overall, we finished top 3 tonight. I can't complain with that. I don't think I hit Dalton there in the end, but I might have hit him too. But I'm sorry if I did him. But Dalton was fun to race with at the end. I think I had a little bit better tires, and I was trying to make them last. I just didn't. Just just came a little bit short again.
Yeah, it's definitely I mean, definitely not where you want to finish. You'd like to be 2 spots ahead, sitting in victory lane where Zach Smith is sitting, but just not able to get enough there at the end. Um, but it seems like you played your cards just right and was just able to get there at the third spot. How was it for those last few laps and just getting around those cautions, getting around all the hecticness?
That was the hardest thing of the whole night, I believe. It's typical short track racing. Tempers are going to flare. Contact's going to happen. It's part of. I don't know how big this track is. Quarter mile, 3/8 mile racing. It's going to happen, But there was a lot of caution. I'm sure it was because there was no give and take, and everybody was racing too hard there at the end. Time was coming down tight. I went down a lap during the race, so I was probably racing too hard to try to get my lap back to stay in that position. So there was a little bit of that going on. Then it was just when the wrecks would happen in front of you, just trying to dodge them best as you could. It was hard to see ahead of you. Like I said, I was looking to the right the whole time trying to race, so I was already struggling. So I couldn't imagine even if I had a full field of view, what it would have been like.
Yeah, for sure, man. But before we wrap this up, man, congratulations on that third place finish. Are there any sponsors, any family members you'd like to thank out there?
Yeah, man, I'd like to congrats to Zach Smith for winning tonight, man. Sound like he had a dominant car all night. Congrats to Cole for second. We wrapped up third tonight, so good job for us. We did good tonight. I got to thank everybody for letting me do what I do tonight. And so the family's first and foremost, and along with God in line. So appreciate everything y'all do tonight. Appreciate y'all come out here and watching us and hosting the race for us to watch tonight.
Yes, sir. Anytime, man. Like I said, congratulations on that third place finish. Before we let you go, Cameron, is there anything you want to add to that?
Well, I'm good. Congratulations, Chase.
I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks again.
No problem. All righty, we're gonna pull in our second place finisher, Cole Peavy. Hey, Cole, it's Wayne. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Second place, not where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the lead there at the end, just not able to make it happen. But man, how did it feel?
Yeah, I mean it was a little hairy at the start of the first stint of the race. The track was loose. I mean, it is racing here. I mean, that's how it is. Any other weekend. Starts off loose, gets tight. Um, got into 2 people, and I really do want to apologize to them, especially Dalton. Really felt bad there. Uh, it's like he lost all forward momentum coming up off of 2 that lap, and I had Dustin on me, and it happened so quick I couldn't do anything. But I'm proud of Zach and Chase. Uh, had a rough couple weeks, so it was good to see all 3 cars up front.
Yeah, definitely good looking group right there. I mean, I asked Chase about it, but how was it trying to navigate that traffic right there at the end, especially with all the cautions coming out?
Definitely have to say it was a lot easier for me to do it because I wasn't having to drive off to the right, off my right monitor. But it was difficult there. You kind of racing around guys you hadn't been around all night. No disrespect towards those guys. I stayed up in the front half of the field once I got up there tonight, and different racing. They were a little more aggressive than the guys towards the front. So it was kind of a try to figure out how you got to do it to get around them without causing a wreck and going to the rear again. So
Oh yeah, definitely. You definitely had a pretty fast car there. But Cameron, is there anything you want to add?
I'm good. Congratulations, Cole. Good
I
seeing you race
appreciate it.
tonight.
No problem. But
Yes,
before
sir.
before we let you go, man, any sponsors, any family members out there you want to thank?
Of course, I want to thank my parents that let me do this because I scream at this thing every once in a while and they don't yell at me for it. Gotta thank Race EPI, RacingDate.com, which is one of my sponsors in real life. Rimble Designs, which is crap. What's his name? Oh, why can't I think of his name? Josh Overmeyer. You got to think Grant Thompson, Zach, Chase. We kind of started an alliance deal with us, and it's kind of working so far. We've had a lot better runs since we did it. We're able to kind of get feedback off of them. So thanks to the teammates, and thank to Dustin and Dalton for putting this on. Of course, you guys for streaming for us.
Alrighty, man. Well, congratulations on that second place finish, man, and hopefully we can see you come back next week.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
No problem. Alrighty, we're gonna get ready to bring in our winner, Zach Smith. Man, bring out the broom because you definitely swept the week. Man, how does it feel to win the Monday and Wednesday race?
Man, that was pretty sweet. About time I had some luck going my way. It wasn't easy. I screwed up my qualifying. I came out of the pits just like I did in practice, and coming to take the green on my first lap, it gave me a black flag, so I had to reset, go back in, and so then I only had one lap. So I was pretty quick in practice, but didn't show it in qualifying because I only just got one lap. So I was just really trying to make sure the car didn't step out from me. So starting in the middle of the pack wasn't normally where we're at, but it was a different challenge, definitely.
Yeah, you definitely looked fast, but hey, Cameron, do you think you could take over this interview real quick? I've got to step away from the mic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
alright.
yeah, Zach, we saw you obviously be fast Monday night, and then come out here and kind of be the dominant car in the later run of this race. What was it after the pit stop that you realized what was happening?
Yeah, I mean, I was really running fourth or fifth there, just trying to save some tires, and just trying to judge when to pit and when not to pit. And then right there at that halfway, I might as well, go ahead and get them. And I think I was running fourth, and I was just riding right there behind Dustin. Then the top three kind of piled up there, and so the lead kind of fell into our lap. And then it was kind of a cat and mouse, like run hard enough to keep them behind you, but try to save some tire because we still had, I think, 40 laps left. And tire wear was, if you got them hot, this thing was a handful. It was very free. So it was just kind of like a cat and mouse game. Just run just fast enough to keep them behind you, but not burn your stuff up by getting pushed.
Yeah, we saw later on the race whenever you was leading, we saw Dalton come up there and Cole and Jared. How was that? How was the feeling of trying to hold those guys off while continuing to save, at least not be aggressive on the tires in that final stretch?
Yeah, man, Dalton was coming, and I almost screwed myself up there. I can't remember. I think it was the second to last restart, and I kind of clipped the apron, or it felt like I did anyway. And the car got free, and I chased it up the track all the way to him. And I was trying to stay off him, and I think he scrubbed the wall, and I almost gave it away there. And I mean, I was doing my best to stay off of him. I was just trying to chase it. I mean, we had almost 60 laps on the tires by then, and I just tried to clear him too early and got back in the throttle too early, and about gave it away. And then the main thing was just trying to get the restarts down, just trying to, if you can come off of two clear and then just kind of run your line and just try to keep them back there the best you can, and hopefully nobody drove through you. But it was
Yeah.
it was a pretty good race. I think everybody had a pretty good race in my opinion. I know we did.
That's good. Obviously, you like to see someone kind of sweep a little bit, get the broom out. Is there anyone you want to thank real quick, Zach?
Yeah, TPS racing, like I said, like Cole said, that we kind of formed up, and we're starting to get some chemistry and feedback off of each other, and it's really helping out. So I'd like to thank Cole and Grant, which he couldn't make it tonight, Chase Spradlin, we're working pretty well together, and if we can just keep the momentum up, and then I'd like to thank my wife. She's in there with the kiddos, and they're all raising hell in there, and I'm able to be in here and play on this. So I gotta definitely thank her.
Well, congratulations again. Get the broom out. Get some celebrating tonight. You have swept the week here at Hickory for both series. Thanks for talking with us, Zach, and we'll see you next week.
All right, man. Yeah, I want to say thank y'all for everything y'all do. I mean, the whole league, the broadcasters, Dustin, Dalton. I mean, I know it probably gets aggravating here every now and then and everything like that, but y'all doing a good job. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. Well, that will do it for us here on Team 9 Racing TV. Obviously, we hate to go, but we must go, and then we'll be back here next week. Let me check real quick where we are going next week on the schedule for the Pro Cups, which is the ARCA series. We went to Hickory. We'll be at North Wilkesboro next week, and I believe it's also the same for the late model. So we appreciate everyone who decided to tune in tonight. Obviously, I joined a little bit late, but again, this has been fun, and we'll catch you later on Team 9 Racing TV. Make sure you keep up. Make sure you guys subscribe. Give us a like so we can get a little bit of a notice, and we'll be back next week.